Most recently, he sold a piece of art for $69 million through Christie's auction house. Obviously, this is a crazy example, but we're seeing NFTs being minted, sold, and traded among people everywhere. What's up, everyone? This is Alex Lieberman, co-founder and executive chairman of Morning Brew, and this is Founders Journal. On the show today, I am talking Ethereum. It has been all of the craze recently. I want to tell you about how I first got into Ethereum and what I've learned since. Back in 2017, I was living in a five-bedroom apartment in Manhattan with four of my buddies from college. One buddy was really into crypto, and he brought up this crazy concept called Ethereum. I'd never heard of it, but all I thought of it was this is a less good Bitcoin. I really didn't do anything with it, I didn't research it, and time just passed. Fast forward, we get to 2021. And in 2021, the dialogue totally changed. We went from 90% of Bitcoin taking up the conversation to something that felt more like 50-50, 50% Bitcoin and 50% Ethereum. And with all the conversation that was happening, with a lot of investor money going into Ethereum, and with talented engineers going into building things on Ethereum, I had to learn more. So I took a deep dive into Ethereum, and I want to tell you about everything that I learned. Let's hop into it. To understand Ethereum, we need to understand why it was created. In 2013, Vitalik Buterin, who is a 19-year-old, super genius, but also programmer, he decided that he wanted to create a more scalable, more usable version of Bitcoin. And so what he did is he took the inspiration of Bitcoin, blockchain technology, something that is fully decentralized, but made it programmable. And what this did is it took you from having something like Bitcoin, which is a digital currency or a digital version of gold, to Ethereum being what I think of as the next generation version of Amazon Web Services or AWS. By creating a programmable blockchain, now millions of coders could build businesses on top of a foundation that is powered by Ethereum. So that's the big difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin you can think of as a digital gold or digital currency that has a very specific focus on exchanging money. With Ethereum, it is a programmable blockchain where it acts as a foundation for businesses to be built on top of, and those businesses are all powered by blockchain technology. But to truly understand Ethereum, you need to understand some key concepts that make it different. The first concept is something called a smart contract. And just like any contract, a smart contract is an unchangeable agreement made between parties. What makes it smart is that it's written in code. So here's the best analogy for smart contracts. Think about a vending machine. You go up to a vending machine, you put in some money, you hit a few buttons, and out pops a Gatorade or your favorite snack. Smart contract works in the exact same way. You put in an input and an output comes back. What could that look like in practice? It could be on your sister's birthday every single year, a certain amount of money is released as a gift to your sister. It could be if a loved one passes, once you input their death certificate, a certain amount of money comes out based on what their life insurance policy is. A smart contract is just a contract written in code. Next up is Ether. So if Ethereum is acting as the foundation for millions of businesses to be built, where it is truly a new economy, every economy has to function with currency. So imagine you're in a deli in the US, what do you pay with? Dollars. If you buy a charger on Amazon, what do you pay with? Dollars. Well, think of Ethereum in a way as a totally new economy with businesses built on top of it, businesses that need blockchain technology to operate. For that economy to function, it needs currency, and that currency is something called Ether. The next concept is something called a dApp, or a decentralized app. And the best way to think about this is like an app on your Android or iPhone. You go to the App Store, you see thousands of apps that you could download onto your phone, and then you can use them. In a similar way to the App Store, you can look at a full offering of all of the dApps that have been created at dApp.com. And the way you interact with them looks very similar. They have a user interface, they can take the form of investment apps, games, places to buy or sell art. But the only difference is on the back end, it is powered by blockchain technology as well as smart contracts. That is what a dApp is. So now we've created this picture of a new city, a city that is powered by Ethereum. Ethereum and its blockchain technology acts as the foundation for this city. Smart contracts act as the infrastructure or the foundation for the buildings that are built on this city. And then dApps are what you actually as a person living in this city see from the outside. It includes both the foundation of the buildings, but also the facade, everything that makes it look great. What are the most common use cases that people are building businesses around in the world of Ethereum today? I have 3 of them for you. The first is DeFi, or Decentralized Finance. Decentralized Finance is basically an alternative financial system. As I said, Vitalik Buterin, his whole goal with Ethereum was take the idea of decentralization that was used for money and use it in the world of businesses. And the whole concept of DeFi is that we live in a world where there are a lot of middlemen in finance right now. You have a bank that you borrow from. You have the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ that you trade stocks on. What if we lived in a world where there was no middlemen, where instead code is what facilitated transactions that happen? That is what DeFi is. And just to give you an example, there are now lending platforms where you can deposit money and earn interest in the world of DeFi that earn you 50 times more on your money than you would get in a traditional financial system. So if you put your money into a Chase checking account today, you probably get 0.1%. If you deposit your money on a decentralized finance platform, for example, you could go to Compound Finance and you could, in a similar way, deposit your money, but instead of earning 0.1%, you could earn 4%. And that is largely a function of cutting out the middleman and truly having a decentralized platform. This is one of many examples of how DeFi is completely changing the game of financial services in the future. Another use case of Ethereum are NFTs, or non-fungible tokens. The best way to think about them is it is turning digital assets into scarce goods for the first time. This has been a major unlock for creators. Let me talk about that in practice. There's this digital artist, he's known as Beeple. He has been creating digital art every single day for the last 14 years. Most recently, he sold a piece of art for $69 million through Christie's auction house. Obviously, this is a crazy example, but we're seeing NFTs being minted, sold, and traded among people everywhere. Tom Brady has an NFT. We've seen Blau, the DJ, create his own NFT for ownership in his music. We've seen collectible series like CryptoPunks or Bored Ape Yacht Club. Creators are using NFTs as a way to create value and make money on their work like never before. NFTs are even going mainstream with projects like NBA Top Shot. Dapper Labs partnered with the NBA to take NBA highlights, turn them into scarce collectible goods that can be bought, sold, and traded among collectors and investors. Another use case of the Ethereum blockchain is a DAO, or a decentralized autonomous organization. And very simply, you can think about this as a leaderless business, a business that doesn't have a CEO, a president, or an executive chairman. It is run by smart contracts, where smart contracts have code written that dictate how the business is going to operate. So 2 quick examples for you. The first is charity. You could imagine a DAO charity being one where it takes in money and then code has already dictated how that money is going to be allocated to give to specific causes. And so the other example is a VC DAO. Traditionally in venture capital, a single partner or 2 partners make a decision for the whole company on their investments. With a DAO, a venture capital firm could make investment decisions as a community rather than as one fearless leader. So that's Ethereum in a nutshell. As you can tell, this is a bottomless rabbit hole. So I want to hear from you now. Have you bought any NFTs? If so, which ones have you bought? Do you buy the value that's being created by DeFi relative to the current financial system? And do you believe in Ethereum as a whole, or are you still a Bitcoin person through and through? I would love to hear from you in the comments, so let me know. Thanks for watching Founders Journal. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you want more great content around business, entrepreneurship, and career, you can hit the subscribe button below, and you can also hit the bell so you're notified every time we publish a new video. Take it easy.